Test mic. What's up, guys? Learning with Rich here. In this video, I'm going to answer another question from my subscriber, or I'm not sure if she or he is subscribed to my channel, but I'm going to answer his or her question. So the question is about paces. So it's like this. So I'm just going to crop it. Let me just show it to you guys, which is this one. Okay. So this is the question. So the question is about how can how can you show or how can I show paces in legends? For example, wall in different paces. Actually, I'm not going to use legend for the pacing of my wall, but instead, I'm going to show you how to do it using a schedule. Okay? So let's get started. So let me just move this away. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new file or a new project. So the project is architectural template. I'm going to use an architectural template to start the project. So I select here OK. All right, so before I start, what I'm going to do is, or before I create the schedule, so I'm going to select here manage. And then from the pacing panel, so you can see here the paces. Okay, so as you can see on the project paces, I have here two default paces, which is the existing, and then the other one is new construction. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change here the new construction. So I'm going to make it uh, pace one. All right, enter. Okay, and then I'm going to create another pace here. So to do that, I'm going to select here after. So meaning for my number two pace, I'm going to select after here to create another one. So that will gonna be called pace two. Okay, and so on and so forth. So as you will notice here on my pacing on the project paces, this portion here, the first one here, that is the pass. And then the more you add a pace here, okay, so that will gonna be the future paces. So this will gonna be the old pace, and then this will gonna be the newer pace of your project. So if I'm going to add another one, so this is the latest pace. So this will gonna be the old pace. So you can see there's the past and then there's the future. Okay, so it's up to you how many pace that you want to add to your project. Okay, so this is just an example, just to give you an idea on how to show our wall in different paces. Okay, now the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm just going to select here. Okay, there you go. And then as you can see, if I go to my properties here, okay, so I can see that the current pace here is shown as pace 1. So there's the existing, so there's the pace 1, there's the pace 2, okay, and then I also have here pace 3. And another thing, if I'm going to create a wall here, so there's the wall, so I'm going to select that. So I'm going to create a wall here. Okay, so there's my first wall. Okay, I'm going to press escape and then I'm just going to copy this. So I copy that by selecting and selecting the copy here. All right, so let us copy this. I'm gonna make it multiple times. Okay, so I'm gonna copy it a couple of times. All right, so I have four walls here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select one of the wall, and then as you can see, there's this space created. Okay, pace created. So as you can see, if I click the drop down arrow, I can see here all the paces. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to apply paces to these walls that I have created. Okay, so just a bit of a background, the reason why you are creating pace so that you will going to be aware of what is happening on the project stages of your project. Okay, you will be aware of time of the project. Okay, so I'm going to select the first one. So I'm going to assign this on my existing. So there's my existing. Okay, so I'm going to select this. So there's my pace one. So this will going to be the pace two of my project. And then this will going to be the pace three of my project. Okay, so I have here existing. And then I have here paste 1. Okay, and the reason why the other two walls here disappear, it's because our current paste here is paste 1. Okay, if I'm going back to my manage here and then select the pastes again, so I'm gonna go ahead and select the paste filter here. So as you can see, if the paste filter is show all, okay, so as you can see, the on my current view on my level 1, the paste filter here is show all. So you will notice that all the new elements by category, and then the existing is overridden, demolish is overridden, and then the temporary is also overridden. Now, if I go to my graphic overrides here, you will notice that the existing here is colored gray. Okay, so it's colored gray. So the base of that is existing. So that's why you will notice my wall here is gray as well. So if I'm gonna change this to, let's say I'll change this to blue. Okay, solid blue. And then this one, solid blue also. Okay, I'll select here OK. So that's the existing. So remember, this one is existing, right? So if I select here OK, you will notice it will turns to blue. So basically, this controls the settings, the graphic overrides of your paces here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is for the pace filter, I'm going to select here, show all, show new. Okay, so I'll use here show complete. So if it is show complete, it will show here the settings, or it will show here the new elements and then the existing by category. Okay, so by category. So it's not overridden. If it is overridden, that will gonna be the settings here on the graphic overrides. So if it is by category, that is the settings on your visibility graphic overrides. Okay, so just remember that. So if it is show complete, it will not show here the demolish, and it will not show here also the temporary. So if I select here OK, okay, and then after that, I'll select here the show complete. So this is now what will happen. So for the pace one, like what I have said earlier, if I go to the pace here, the pace one is the new pace than the existing, right? So that's why the existing here is showing and also the pace one is showing. If I'm going to change the pace here to another stage, which is pace 2, so what will gonna happen is it will show us the third wall here. So if I change this to pace 2 and then I apply, you will notice it will show the third wall. Okay, it is just logical that the future wall will not going to be shown here because we are only on the phase 2 of our project. So if I'm going to change this to phase 3, so it will now show the last one. Okay, so basically that's how your pace works. So if I change this, let's say to show all, so as you can see, it's now going to turn blue. Okay, so why is it like that? Why is it this last wall is colored white while the other two here is, the other three here is colored blue? Why? Because if we go to the paces here, and if I go to the face filter, if it is show all, okay, like what I have said, all the new elements will follow the settings on the graphic overrides, which is this one. The setting of this wall follow the settings on the graphic overrides. And the other three walls here becomes blue because on page 3, they are already existing wall. So they are already old page, right? So this is our latest pace, right? Our pace 3. That's the reason why this one doesn't change to color blue because this is the latest. And then these three walls are already the past walls or the old walls. Okay, so old pace, old stage of the project. That's why it's turned blue because Revit considered them as an existing wall already. So hope that one is clear. So We can play it around here. So we can go to exist pace 1. Again, the other two here will disappear because we are only on pace 1. If we go to pace 2, what will happen? Okay, so what do you think will happen? So the third wall will show in colored white, and then these two walls will becomes colored blue. Why? Because on pace 2, this is our latest, and then this will gonna be our old pace or the existing wall. So if you want to control the visibility graphic overrides of your wall, okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change the color of the new wall here that is under the latest wall. Okay, so like what I've said here on the paces, when you say by category, that will gonna be the settings of the visibility graphic override. So let's say, for example, I want the new elements to be colored green. So I'm going to select your edit. And then you go to object styles, and then you go to walls, and then you can change the color here. Like for example, that will gonna be green for the new elements. Okay, okay, okay. There you go. So it's colored green. So basically, when you say here, by category, it follows the settings of the object style here on the visibility graphic overrides. So when you say overridden, it follows the settings here on the graphic overrides. Okay, so let me just put this back on its original state first. Okay, so that's the idea. So overridden, that's the settings on the graphic overrides. So by category, that's the settings of the uh, object style on the visibility graphic overrides. So every time I change the pace, so let's say I go to the pace 1, so meaning to say these two walls will disappear. This one will becomes green, this one is blue. So I select pace 1, that is what will gonna happen. Okay, now if I want to show these elements on my schedule, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to create a schedule. So like I select here and right click, so there's this new schedule, and then let's look for the wall here. So I select the wall schedule. Okay, so let's say I'm going to select that on pastry. That will be the pace. Okay, wall schedule, you can name it pace 3. Oops. So pace 3, and then I select here okay. Now, what are the fields that you want to show? So I want to show the type. So let's say the type, I mean the family type. I'll just select here family type. Family and type, and then you select here the pace, which is this one, pace created. Okay, so I use this two, and then I'll just select here OK. And there you go. So you will now see here your walls in different paces. So basically, that is the answer for the question of this guy here at Dia. So how can you show paces in Legend? So instead of Legend, so just create a schedule. Schedule, right? All right. Okay, so as you can see, these are now the walls, and then these are the paste created. So if I'm gonna use here tile window, so there you go. So if I click this one, so it will highlight. If I click this one, it will highlight in red. If I click this one, it will highlight in red. All right. So hopefully you learned something from this video. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can put it on the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day.